Dearest listeners,
Book babes and book bros.
welcome to Book Babble. I'm Rachel,
And I'm Tanya. We're the Witlet Women, your hosts for today.
and today we have a special guest star. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure, my name is Mary A. Odekunle, and I'm the author of The Eight Pawn, which is my debut epic fantasy novel.
Mary, we are so happy to have you on today, so thank you for joining us. Are you ready to babble?
Sure, I'm ready to babble.
All right, I will put 5 minutes on the clock right now.
All right. So my question is always, my first question is always, what inspired you to write your stories?
Oh no, I fear that she may have frozen.
Oh, great. Um,
I'm gonna I'm gonna pause our timer.
well, my inspiration for writing. Can you hear me?
Oh, no. Are you still there, Mary?
Yeah, I'm here. I think. Oh my God, that must have been my network. It's
Okay,
okay.
that's okay. We'll go ahead and I'll turn the timer back on and we'll get started again.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was just what inspired you to write your stories?
Yeah, I've always been an avid reader, so it when you're an avid reader, it almost is going to be that you're going to become a writer. So yeah, and for my debut series, The Eight Pawn, I was inspired by the game of chess. I wanted to write an epic fantasy series on the game with each of the pieces acting as anchors for the book, and that's what we can see in the first book from the title, The Eight Pawn. So it's about strategy and political intrigue, but we're following this very weak person who has to grow in their power and amass power and cross the board to become more powerful while navigating all this complex political intrigue. So yeah, that was my inspiration for my debut novel.
It
I
sounds so fascinating. I love that. Sorry,
love it.
Tanya, go ahead.
No, you're fine. I that's what I was saying too. I love it. It's like the chess, the political intrigue. I love all that stuff. So Mary, is there one character that you've created in your world that you most closely relate to? And who is that?
Well, yeah, yes, yeah, I relate to the main character, Tez, because he's this kind of type A personality, which is so me. So he's a planner, moral code. He has a moral code, even though he's morally gray, but he still has this like a baseline. So that and he is also drawn from characters from other epic fantasy novels and real people around me too. So yeah, I resonate with Tez a lot.
I love that you've drawn inspiration from not only other characters and worlds, but the people around you, like real life people. So, yay.
Is there a specific scene that you've written in this debut novel that is your favorite scene out of the whole book?
Wow, that is a very difficult question.
Oh no, I think we lost her again. Should I pause the time? Okay. I'm gonna pause that until she gets back.
Answer. I actually have two favorite scenes. One was very hard to write, and this confrontation between, so they were having this ideological. Oh man, can you hear me now?
We can hear you now.
Oh, okay. The network is acting up today.
Rachel, I think you're on mute.
Of course. I was saying it's totally fine. You were saying it
Oh,
was hard to pick a scene, and then we kind of lost you right
yeah, I was talking about this scene between the main character, and I don't want to give too much, but yeah, so they were having this. That was my favorite scene to write, and the other scene towards the end of the book where the main character had to flee the old political situation and become a vagabond. So yeah,
there. Ooh.
those are my two favorite scenes.
You said vagabond, like that's one of my favorite things. Let's go. Yes, I'm sold. All right, so we only have a few seconds left. So I will ask you just a very easy question. Let's see, how do you come up with the titles of your books?
Oh, for the latter books in the series,
Yeah, well, really for any
yeah,
book that you have planned, yeah.
yeah, I have names for the this series I'm currently writing is having four books. So we have the Eight Pawn, the Throne Right is the next book. I've started working on that, and then we have the King's Ink and the Crown's Eclipse. So there are four books in the Ochelon Revised series. The first two follow the main character Tez, and the last two follow a whole different character, which is actually the king that they are all fighting about in the first two books.
Ooh, that'll be fun to see his perspective of everything.
Yeah.
Then you get like the entire story because right with single point of views or just like one side, it's always um like unreliable narration just because you don't see everything and then you get the whole story. So I love that. That's so exciting. Well,
Thank
Mary, thank you so much for that. We made it through our 5 minute round. So this piece will go onto our social media channels, and then we're just going to keep chatting, and the rest of the episode will go on our YouTube and Spotify.
That's awesome.
Alrighty, well, I will open the floor to Rachel so I don't take up the entire episode and yap the whole time because that's what I typically do. Um, so Rachel, floor is yours.
Yeah, so I guess I'm kind of curious how, like, what your writing process is like, because I know with chess and with epic fantasy, those are two very, like, complex ideas, and putting them together, how did it get from your head to your paper? What is that like for you?
Well, yeah. Usually my writing process starts with world building and character development.
Okay, so we've got worldview so far, in case that breaks up for anyone else.
This massive world of Ochelon, and I realized that okay, so there was this huge political upheaval going on, around, and I wanted in power and be the one who solves the problem. So that is my writing scene. And I had a massive outline. I had a massive list of characters being epic fantasy with a unique magic system. Yeah, it's kind of overwhelming at times. So yeah, that's what I do basically.
That's so cool. I love that. It sounds so organized too. Like, I think I would be all over in chaos, but you have so much organization. That's amazing.
Not really all the time. Sometimes it can get chaotic. I had a bunch of journals. I had to keep all the stuff in and Word documents all over. So, but it was a very exciting process, like a D&D campaign. Like,
Oh, that's a good comparison. Like the outline is like the D&D campaign and trying to keep it organized.
I love that. We
Yeah.
we are actually at the end of our 15 minutes now, and so usually this is where we open up the floor and like ask you if there's anything you wanted to share with your readers or with our listeners, and kind of let you shine for a minute.
Oh well, I would say for my readers, discovering an indie author like me, such a privilege, and I appreciate everyone that went to the process, my beta readers, my ARC readers, everyone, and I appreciate you guys for doing this because it's such an awesome platform. I could literally could stop watching your videos. And yeah, thank you all for being part of the writing community.
Of course, we're so happy to be part of your journey, of every indie author's journey that we can, you know, reach out to and be part of. Mary, thank you so much for joining us today. And I do want to apologize for, some of the network connectivity issues. I know that was a thing. So if you want to come on again at another time, so we make sure we get your whole story out there, we'd be happy to have you on again.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me on the platform.
Of course. Have a great day.
Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.